Hello everyone and welcome to beautiful Springfield, Ohio, and welcome to Carlton-Davidson Stadium for tonight's non-conference Division III baseball matchup. We've got a fun one on our hands between the visiting Marietta College Pioneers, coming in as the 19th ranked team in the country with an overall record of 13-6, to face off with your host, the Wittenberg Tigers. We'd like to welcome you all to the Tiger Sports Network. My name is JJ Weisenberger. Super excited for this matchup today. Two very good programs, and Wittenberg coming into this game with an 8-game winning streak, 7-game home winning streak, and they'll once again be playing at home tonight against the visiting Pioneers. Marietta coming off a very successful 2022 with a record of 44-7, coming off a College World Series appearance. So a very experienced and well put together team. It'll be a fun matchup today. We'll start off with some lineups today. First for Marietta, they'll be led off by Nick Bonizio, followed by Alex Richter. Then in the 3-hole, Brett Carson. Cleanup spot today and catching, number 10, Ty Davis. Behind him will be number 6, Trent Valentine. And then Austin Ambergy. And then Cooper Ferrier. And then rounding off the lineup, Cole Yeager. Nate Floyd will be on the mound today for this Wittenberg squad. Nate Floyd having a very strong start to this season with 5 appearances, posting a 2.81 ERA and a 2-0 record on the season. He'll be at the task today of holding this Marietta offense at bay. This Marietta offense coming in a very, very high-powered offense, a lot like Wittenberg. Wittenberg very familiar with a lot of offense. This team coming into this one with an 8-game winning streak and a lot of scoring. Their lowest scoring game in those 8 games, 7 runs, which came last night against the visiting Wilmington College, where Wittenberg won with a final score of 7-1. Floyd around him in the infield. We'll have DJ Dylan Jackson at third, Chase Wisner at shortstop, James McCauley at second, and O'Malley once again for the second straight night playing at first. Behind the plate will be Parker Griskovich. Bonizio now will step into the plate to play Floyd, and we are ready to get this thing rolling. Floyd's first pitch will be right outside for ball 1. Lead things off. That one will find the outside corner for strike 1 for Nick Bonizio. Nate Floyd last pitch on March 22nd against Waynesburg, where he took home his 2nd win of the season. That'll be a big breaking ball just outside there for ball 2. In the outfield today, behind Floyd will be Ben Seibert in right field, Luke Thomas in center, and Michael Bernowski in left field. So Seibert playing in right field here at home, usually posted up at the third base line, but Dylan Jackson and Ben Seibert will split those roles throughout the season. So tonight, DJ will start at third, and Seibert will head to the outfield. So that one will go in there. Now we've got a full count to start the day. Bonizio very patient at the plate right now. Getting a good feel for what Floyd has to offer here. So here we go, the full count pitch. That'll be grounded up the middle. Tough play for Wisner, and that'll go off the glove. And it'll be a base hit for Bonizio to start the day for Marietta. So Marietta gets their leadoff runner on here in the top of the first. So that'll bring up number 18, Alex Richter, to the plate. Sophomore from Carmel, Indiana. So Marietta getting the night started with a tough hit up the middle and a tough play for Wisner to get to. And that one will skip right off the glove of Wisner, and Bonizio now will stand at first. So Richter now with the runner on first, sees ball 1 go by. Pitch will be outside, ball 2. So you see Floyd really attacking the outside of the plate here early in this game. Not getting the calls in this one. So 2-0 count now. Bonizio taking a little bit of a lead from first. O'Malley holding him there. Floyd will get his call. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That one will be ripped high to third. Dylan Jackson will try to get it, a flip over to second, and he'll get the leadoff runner out there as Richter now is standing at first. A good play there from DJ Dylan Jackson to read the high hop and to get a quick accurate pitch over to McCauley for out number 1. So that'll bring up Brett Carson now and the 3-hole. So 3 lefties here to round off the top of the lineup for Marietta. But a good play from Dylan Jackson to get the leadoff runner there, and that'll be a big swing and a miss from Carson.
And the first pitch that we see on the money to start a count to a batter is.
So a good pitch on the inside edge of the plate there, and a big swing and a miss from Carson. 0-1 count now. A throw over to first from Floyd there. Will push Richter back to first. So Floyd, another quick pickoff attempt there. Tries to try to catch Richter sleeping at first base, but Richter doing a good job staying aware and getting back quickly. Good reaction time from Richter at first. So Floyd now will take another peek over, get his pitch, 0-1 pitch. He'll go 3 times over. We see this Wittenberg team, they love to try to attempt these pickoffs. We've seen it a lot here in this home stretch of games. And we've seen 3 early ones from Floyd with Richter standing at first. So Richter now leaning back towards first. That one will be poked into left field. Tough play from Bernowski. Bernowski will get over his glove. So Richter's rounded second. Bernowski will get it thrown in, and he'll hold at third. So Brett Carson gets things going with a double over the head of Bernowski. And now Marietta will have 2 runners in scoring position with the cleanup hole and catcher, number 10, Ty Davis, coming to the plate. 4th straight lefty to start this lineup, and a tough play from Bernowski. Looked like he misread it a little bit as his first step came forward, and he wasn't able to get back to that one. The ball just got over the outstretched arms there and was able to go and roll up to the fence for a big double. Now Marietta threatening to score here early in the top of the first. Floyd now will take a step off the mound, try to corral himself here in this tough position in a tough lineup here at Marietta. So Ty Davis coming to the plate from Springboro, Ohio, not too far from Springfield here. So he'll take a swing and a miss at a breaking ball there for strike 1.
To me, it feels like Floyd is the kind of guy you want to get to early because he has some really, really good pitches. His fastball is good. His curveball is really good if he can throw it.
So 0-1 count now to Davis. Richter standing at third. Carson standing at second. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That'll be swinging grounded to second. McCauley will grab it. Marietta will get one out of it as Richter walks in. But for out number 2. So Marietta strikes first in this one off of a Carson double. And then Davis able to get the grounder and drive in Richter from third. Carson now able to advance to third. So now 2 outs. Runner on third, and Jared Bees coming to the plate.
Floyd coming in, averaging just over 5 innings an outing. This is his 4th start.
Again, another pitch that looks so close, but outside. Ball 1 to start off.
So ball 1. Excuse me, that'll be Trent Valentine coming to the plate. That pitch once again outside, ball 2. So Floyd still trying to attack that outside edge of this zone here, not able to find the correct pitch to get it there. So 2-0 count now. Here's the pitch again, just outside for ball 3. So 3-0 count now. Floyd will take a step off here. And it's going to walk Valentine here in a 3-0 count and bring up
designated hitter, number 8, Cole Riemann.
Cole Riemann will step to the plate now. Cole Riemann stepping into the designated hitter role tonight. We'll have an early RBI opportunity with runners on the corners. 2 outs here in the top of the first. Marietta striking first. And that is only the second first-inning run that Wittenberg has given up all year. So here's the pitch, and that one, first pitch swing in there from Riemann, and Riemann will send that one foul. The first right-handed batter that Floyd has faced all night, this Marietta lineup, very lefty-heavy at the top of their order. So here's the pitch, and that'll go in and hit Riemann there. And now the bases are loaded here in the top of the first. Marietta threatening to get this game started with a bang, and that'll bring up first baseman number 99, Austin Ambergy, the freshman, with a big opportunity here in this big non-conference matchup to get this game started. And Riemann still grimacing in pain after that one as he'll get checked on by his coaches. As he took that one, it looks like right off his pitcher side arm there, as Floyd went a little too inside there. We've seen Floyd really attacking the edge of the plate from the right-handed side of the batter's box. And that time he pushed it a little too far inside against his first right-handed batter of the night, and that'll run in and hit Riemann. So Riemann will stand at first. And now Marietta has him loaded here with 2 outs in the top of the first. Floyd's first pitch in this one will find the outside edge for strike 1. So Floyd able to find the outside edge there. So 0-1 pitch. Floyd will get his sign, throw it in there, and he'll find it again. 0-2 count now. 2 outs here in the top of the first. Ambergy at the plate. Nate Floyd trying to get out of this bases loaded jam here with 2 outs, trying to keep this game at 1-0. And it'll be a quick throwback. Trying to catch Valentine sleeping there at second, but Valentine able to get back in time. So Carson at third, Valentine at second, Riemann at first, Ambergy at the plate. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and that'll be swung and driven deep into right field. Seibert's going to look it, and that's going to be a big grand slam for Austin Ambergy, and he gets his game started with a bang. A grand slam here in the top of the first, and Marietta will lead this one 5-0. So Austin Ambergy goes down in the count 0-2, and Nate Floyd leaves him one right over the middle edge of the plate. And Austin Ambergy will send that one for a ride, a no-doubter into right field as Ben Seibert just watches that one go. And Marietta now leads this one 5-0. So a couple of walks in this top of the first comes back to hurt Nate Floyd as the Tigers go down 5-0. As that one will be a dribbler, a foul off of the foot of number 30, Cooper Fuhrer. Cooper Fuhrer stepping into the plate. The 8th batter to bat up here in the top of the first for Marietta. So Floyd up in the count 0-1. That pitch will go inside for ball 1. 1-1 count now. And a big hit there from the freshman, Austin Ambergy, to give Marietta the 5-run lead. He went down in the count 0-2, but stayed patient, stayed disciplined, found the pitch he liked, and he sent it for a ride over the right field fence and gives Marietta the big 5-0 lead here early in this one. So 2-1 count now, still the top of the first, still 2 outs. That one will be grounded to short. Routine play for Wisner. The throw over. Tough pick from O'Malley, and O'Malley will get it for out number 3. So Austin Ambergy opens up this game with a big grand slam. Marietta leads this one 5-0 after the top of the first. We'll be right back after this to see the Wittenberg bats. So we are back here in the bottom of the first. Zach Marzetts will get the start on the bump for this Marietta squad that now leads 5-0. So he gets to go here in the bottom of the first with a 5-run cushion. But this Wittenberg lineup we know can put up a lot of runs and a lot of runs in a hurry. And they're going to need to if they want to get back into this one. They'll be led off by the normal leadoff spot for this team, number 14, James McCauley. McCauley has been a really good leadoff spot for this Wittenberg team. McCauley batting .368 on the year and has just been a very solid all-around player as a freshman for this Wittenberg squad. He'll look at ball one. He'll take a crack at the second pitch, and he'll foul it back. McCauley will be followed up by Chase Wisner, then Connor O'Malley, and then in the DH spot in the cleanup role, Matt Moore. Ben Seibert will be in his 5 spot again, and then batting 6 will be Michael Bernowski, followed by Dylan Jackson. And the 8-hole, Parker Griskovich, and then rounding off this lineup will be Luke Thomas. So some very familiar bats in the lineup, as we've seen on these last 7 games here for Wittenberg's. McCauley will rip this one to short, and that'll be a tough play, but that'll be a good pick and a throw over to first for out number 1. So a good play there from Cole Yeager. Yeager able to take and read that ball off the bounce and make a good, accurate throw over to first base for out number 1. So Chase Wisner stepping to the plate. Wisner, the North Coast Athletic Conference Player of the Week in last week's. He had a very impressive performance in his 4 games, putting up 11 RBIs, and just really overall having a very good, impressive showing, as you'll see a good breaking ball going there for strike 1. Wisner last night had a very uncharacteristic game, not recording a single hit in his 4 at-bats. So he's looking to get that changed here in this one to lead off the game, as you'll see another breaking ball go in for ball 1. So it's a very similar top of the order for this Wittenberg squad. 1, 2, 3, McCauley, Wisner, and O'Malley. We've seen them solidify those top 3 spots in this lineup. Now after that, we've seen a lot of different variations of the similar bats, but we'll see Michael Bernowski work his way up in the lineup, a very solid young player for this Wittenberg squad, as Wisner once again will send one to Yeager. Yeager with another good pick, and I'm going to throw over to first for out number 2. So 2 ground outs to short here to start this top of the first for Wittenberg. And that'll bring up number 15, Connor O'Malley. Connor O'Malley having a very strong start to the season. O'Malley leading the team in home runs and RBIs. He has 4 home runs and 20 RBIs on the season, while also drawing 17 walks. So a very dangerous bat right here in the 3 spot. And he'll watch strike 1 go by. Good pitch there from Marzetts. Marzetts a very strong start into this one, getting 2 ground outs to short. Looking to keep this game at 5-0 and bring these hot-hitting bats of this Marietta squad back up to the plate. So O'Malley will take a big rip at that one, and he'll go down in the count 0-2. So Marzetts trying to go 1, 2, 3 here in the bottom of the first. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And that'll be a slow ground and tapper to Marzetts. We'll go over and grab it. He'll toss it over to first for out number 3. So Marzetts, after a strong start from his bats, will go 1, 2, 3. Marietta leads this one 5-0 after 1. We'll be right back after this. So we are back here for inning number 2. Nate Floyd stepping back onto the mound, looking to regroup after a tough first inning as he'll get a first pitch swing there from Cole Yeager in the 9-hole, and Dylan Jackson with a good play at third base there. Dylan Jackson, a very strong defensive player. He seems to be a magnet over there at third base. Whenever a ball goes over his way, he's able to find it, get it, and make very accurate throws. And he showcases it right there for out number 1. So that'll bring up the top of the order once again, as that'll be a bunt attempt. Dylan Jackson will try to let that one ride down foul. Oh, and a perfect bunt right there from Nick Bonizio. Bonizio laid that one right down the line, and Dylan Jackson and Floyd tried to let it roll foul, but that thing stayed right next to the line, and he'll get a bunt single, and he'll be back on base for the second time in this one. So Bonizio now 2 for 2 on the day. That'll bring up Alex Richter. So Bonizio standing at first after a picture-perfect bunt, and now Floyd will take that one a little too far inside and hit his second batter of the night. And now Richter will go stand at first base, and that'll bring up number 4, Brett Carson. Brett Carson in that first inning ripped a double over the head of Michael Bernowski in left field. So now another dangerous spot for Floyd after giving up 2 base runners here early in the top of the second after getting a quick out number 1. And against this Marietta lineup, you don't want to give free base runners. That ball will be in there low and outside for strike 1 or ball 1.
Awfully tight zone for this right-hander on the hill, Nate Floyd.
So now keeping the runner tight at first with the first baseman hugging the line. Big gap between first and second base.
That pitch will be a wild one. That'll go off the backstop here, and that'll advance to runners. So Floyd a little out of control here early in this one. Couple of hit batters now in a wild pitch, and Marietta threatening to add to this lead here in the top of the second. 2-0 count now with Carson and Richter standing, Bonizio and Richter, standing at second and third. Brett Carson now standing at the plate, and that one will be low, ball 3. So 3-0 count now with the cleanup spot. Ty Davis standing in the on-deck circle. Floyd definitely does not want to load these bases again. The last time he did, it resulted in a 4-run home run for Austin Ambergy, the freshman, with a grand slam to extend this lead to 5-0 on an 0-2 count with 2 outs in the inning. So 4 straight balls from Floyd there, and that'll be ball 4 as Griskovich is going to go out there, talk to his sophomore pitcher, try to calm him down a bit here. With the heart of this lineup coming up to the plate, Ty Davis looking to really open this game up.
Well, he's got Terry Bradshaw out. I don't know. I know they're having a conversation in the home plate umpire in the dugout. Kind of took off his mask during that visit.
So 1 out here with bases loaded. Ty Davis, a cleanup hitter, stepping up to the plate. Nate Floyd on the mound. Here's the pitch, and that one will be outside as Nate Floyd not able to find the zone here early in this game. We saw a 4-pitch walk before him, a hit batter on Carson, and now after a quick out number 1 in this top of the second, Marietta has gotten bases loaded, and that one will be ripped hard down the third base line, foul. So Nate Floyd able to draw a strike there off the foul ball. The 1-1 count now. So here's the 1-1 pitch. That'll be inside. Very tight zone being called tonight. Floyd not getting a lot of those tight calls on the edges of the zone here. That could go either way. Right now they are going the way of the ball. So 2-1 count now. And that'll be in there, and that'll find the outside edge for strike 2. So 2-2 count now to Ty Davis as Nate Floyd trying to get out of this inning. And as he is in another jam with bases loaded here in the top of the second, 1 out. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That'll be a big breaking ball. And Marietta being very patient. They're making Floyd throw strikes before they even think about swinging. So now bases loaded, full count here in the top of the second, 1 out. Nate Floyd needs to throw a strike here. Here's the pitch. Big breaking ball and a swing and a miss there.
That's one where Davis just wishes I waited one more beat.
Yeah.
Because he probably would have taken that one to the parking lot.
Yeah, that was a video game pitch. It just broke a leg.
So big breaking ball there will be fouled off. Still a full count here. Here's the pitch. And that'll be a swing and a miss. A big strikeout there from Floyd as Ty Davis will be retired. And now there's 2 outs here. Bases loaded, and that'll bring up number 6, Trent Valentine, to the plate. Trent Valentine here in the 5-hole trying to do what Ty Davis was unable to. But the last time this Marietta squad had bases loaded, 2 outs in an inning, Austin Ambergy sent one over the right field wall for a grand slam. That's going to be a big breaking ball and curveball for strike 1. So Nate Floyd now maybe with a little confidence boost here after striking out Ty Davis with a very rare first pitch strike here early in this game. So 0-1 count now. And that one will be ripped into right field. A tough play for Seibert, and Seibert will make the catch, and Floyd gets out of that one. So Marietta gets bases loaded with 1 out, and their cleanup hitter in the batter's box, and Nate Floyd gets a big strikeout, and Ben Seibert makes a good play in right field to get out number 3. So Marietta leaves them loaded in the top of the second. 4, 5, and 6 to come to the plate for this Wittenberg squad right after this. So Wittenberg's lineup will get another crack at Zach Marzetz. Marzetz goes 1, 2, 3 in the bottom of the first with 3 groundouts. So Matt Moore, the designated hitter tonight's matchup, will be sitting in the cleanup spot. We'll try to take a crack and figure out Marzetz here in this one. So Marzetz with the windup, and here's the pitch. Moore will take a ball right down the middle for strike 1. Matt Moore, another one coming off of a very impressive last couple weeks here at home. So he'll take a crack at that one. He'll go down 0-2. Matt Moore in his last 7 games and 7 wins for this Wittenberg squad, batting .391 with a home run and 5 RBIs, splitting the role of the DH spot and catching. But we've talked about it before in the last couple of games, this Wittenberg squad with 3 very impressive catchers on the lineup. Parker Griskovich getting the start behind the plate. Rocco Royer, we've seen in the last couple of games, has been very impressive in the hitting role of it. And Matt Moore now will sky that one high into shallow right ground. That one will be caught for out number 1. So Marzetz with a clean slate here to start this one. 4 batters up, 4 batters down. But that'll bring up the hot-hitting Ben Seibert. Ben Seibert, a very big bat in this lineup. Ben Seibert batting .417 on the year and 48 at-bats. He's a very good contact hitter. You'll see a lot of singles out of him, a lot of doubles. He's just very good at finding the gaps. So he'll take one low for ball 1. As he's playing right field today, we saw an impressive tracking catch from him to end last inning to save a couple of runs off the board for Marietta. That one will be another one low, ball 2. But Marzet's looking very sharp to start this one. Looks to be very in control of his locations and able to pinpoint a lot of these pitches. So here's a 2-0 pitch from Marzet's. Check swing from Seibert there, and that'll be ball 3. Doesn't go around, says first base umpire. So 3-0 count here for Seibert, trying to become the first base runner for this Wittenberg squad. So Marzet's 3-0 pitch, and that'll be high and inside for ball 4. So Seibert becomes the first base runner.
Number 6.
And that'll bring up another hot hitting bat for this lineup, Michael Bronowski. Bronowski, very impressive player, one of the most fun players to watch on the field. He's able to take the ball any direction on the field. He batted .522 in Wittenberg's last 7 games here at home. And just a very impressive all-around player. He played some very solid defense in the outfield for this squad. We saw him last night play at the top of the lineup, and he had a very impressive game. So he'll look at ball 1 now. Seibert standing at first. Marzette's now looking to find the zone after 5 straight balls. So he'll get his sign. Here's the pitch. That'll be high. So Marzette's 6 straight balls here as Bronowski goes down and goes up at the count 2-0. Seibert standing at first. Dylan Jackson standing in the on-deck circle. And if Wittenberg wants to get back into this game, it's got to start with base runners. You can't get them all back in one swing. So you got to start chomping at the bit and getting one at a time. So here's the pitch. And that'll be low, ball 3. So second straight 3-0 count for Marzette's. Now this Wittenberg squad doing the same method as Marietta at the plate. They're forcing Marzette's to find the zone if they're going to take a crack at it. So now 3-0 count, threatening to back-to-back walks. Here's Marzette's pitch. And that'll be low, ball 4. So 2 straight walks from Marzette's. So 8 pitches straight for Marzette's, 8 balls. And that'll result in 2 walks and Dylan Jackson coming to the plate.
Dylan Jackson.
So that'll get a mound visit from head coach Brian Brewer in his 20th season with his Marietta squad, and he's really turned this Marietta squad into a powerhouse. We talked about it last year. I talked a little bit about it at the beginning of the broadcast. This Marietta squad coming off of a very good season, 44-7. They were able to win 1 game in the College World Series before losing 2 very close games to close off their season. This Marietta squad, again, off to a strong start, beating some very good squads, taking down SUNY Cortland, the number 17 team in the country at the time, with a score with 3 straight wins, and then taking down a very familiar opponent for this Wittenberg team. They were ranked number 19 at the time, and that was Denison. Took Denison down with a big win. So now Dylan Jackson in a big role here, 1 out in the bottom of the second, trailing 5-0. Marzette's first pitch, that'll be low, so another ball. And right now, Wittenberg with a big opportunity to close this gap as Marietta put up 5 in the top of the first. If you're just tuning in off the bat of Austin Ambergy, a big grand slam for him. So here's the pitch, and that'll find the zone. Marzette's happy to see that one get called strike. Bring some confidence back into his arm, and that'll be a 1-1 pitch now. Dylan Jackson sees one goes by for strike 1, so 1-1 count. Seibert and Bronowski standing at first and second. DJ Dylan Jackson at the plate. Here's the 1-1 pitch. DJ will send that one high into the air. Tough play to track into foul ground as Seibert will tag up, and that'll be a throw over. So Seibert will tag up and move to third. So Dylan Jackson will advance to runner, but not without giving up out number 2. So that'll bring up number 44, Parker Griskovich, in an RBI opportunity here. So 2 outs, runners on the corners here for Wittenberg in the bottom of the second. Wittenberg still without their first hit of the game. But if you've tuned into any of our recent streams and recent games here at Carleton-Davidson Stadium, 2-out hitting, and especially 2-out runners in scoring position hitting for this Tiger team has been a very strong trait of theirs. They're able to find gaps in big moments like now, and Parker Griskovich will see ball 1 go in the dirt. Luke Thomas waiting in the on-deck circle. So Marzette's struggling with a little bit of control here in the second inning after a very impressive 1-2-3 first. Runners on the corners. 1-0 count. Griskovich. Now here's the pitch. That'll be low for ball 2. So we've seen Floyd attack the outside of the plate and get a lot of balls. Marzette's attacking the lower half of this zone, and he hasn't been able to pinpoint those pitches here in inning number 2. So Griskovich now up in the account 2-0. He'll take a crack at an inside pitch, and that'll be fouled over to the Wittenberg dugout. So Marzette's gets a much-needed strike here off the foul ball from Griskovich. He'll take a throw over to first. Bronowski will get back in time.
sometimes pitchers will do that where they accept a sign and they're not real comfortable with the pitch yet, so they'll do the throw over.
So 2-1 pitch from Marzette. That one will be ripped into left field from Griskovich, and that'll be the first run of the game for Wittenberg. So right on cue, the 2-out RBI from Parker Griskovich gets Wittenberg its first hit and first run of the day. And a much-needed run gained back and a much-needed confidence booster to this Wittenberg lineup who trailed 5-0 here early in this game. And Parker Griskovich with the 2-out RBI single rips that one into left field. And some good patient hitting from him, and he'll be standing at first base. So now that'll bring up the 9th batter in the lineup, number 17, Luke Thomas. Luke Thomas had an impressive game last night, drove in a couple of runs. Now with another chance here in this one. So you'll see strike one go by. Good breaking ball. Looked like a slider from Marzette there for strike one. So Marzette gets a much-needed first pitch strike to get ahead in the count. So Griskovich cuts the lead down to 4. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Luke Thomas will rip that one into right field. Tough play. Oh, and a very good play for out number 3. So Wittenberg able to strike back for 1. Not able to cut the deficit any lower, but Wittenberg now trailing 5-1. Nate Floyd will be back on the bump right after this. So Cole Riemann to start this one off here in the top of the 3rd for Marietta, who now leads this one 5-1. Parker Griskovich gets a big RBI single to get a run and a hit on the board for this Wittenberg squad after a pair of walks puts them in scoring position. So Nate Floyd will go back on the bump after 2 innings of some very impressive play from this Marietta lineup. Give it up 5 runs off of the big grand slam from Austin Ambergy. We saw bases loaded once again in the 2nd inning, but Floyd able to work around it there. So he'll find the outside edge of the plate there for strike 1. We saw Floyd get a lot of confidence after getting out of that bases loaded jam in the 2nd. Something he was unable to do in the 1st, so hoping to get a quick inning here in inning number 3, and that one will be chopped foul. And O'Malley not able to reach it. This ballpark, a very big and beautiful ballpark, but it's got very big foul grounds and a very big backstop. So a lot of ground to cover on these foul balls to track down. But Floyd goes up in the count 1-2. So 1-2 count now. Riemann at the plate. Floyd trying to get a quick out here once again. Tough breaking ball, but a good take there from Riemann on the inside edge. So 2-2 count now. Here's the pitch from Floyd. That one will be ripped high into the air into left field. Tough play from Bernowski.
Oh my. Was it caught?
Oh, and what a play from Michael Bernowski. What a diving catch from the left fielder, and he saves a big extra base hit from Marietta. And a big out number 1 from Floyd. Michael Branowski, everyone. What a play from him as he had to track a lot of ground. We just got done talking about how big this stadium plays. And left field probably has to track the most amount of ground over there. And Michael Branowski gets over there in a hurry and makes a beautiful diving catch for out number 1. Now Floyd will paint the edge for strike 1.
Wow, hats off to Branowski.
It was, yep.
He steals extra bases
It
for
wasn't
Virginia.
So Michael Branowski with the big out number 1. And now Floyd.
And Austin Ambergy.
Austin Ambergy stepping to the plate now. And I'd say a pretty impressive start for him as he's 1 for 1, 4 RBIs, and a home run to his name. And he really opened this game up, and he's the reason Marietta leads by 4. Because right now, as Ambergy will send that one the other way this time into left field. Without that Ambergy grand slam, he was down 0-2 in that count with 2 outs into the top of the first, and he sent one over the right field fence. That could be the difference between a tie ball game and a 5-1 ball game. But now Ambergy stands at first with 2 hits to his name now. So that'll bring up Cooper Führer. Führer 0 for 1 on the night. Here's the pitch, and he'll take strike 1. So Floyd looking a little bit more in control here in inning number 3, able to find the zone a little bit better. Ambergy standing at first. Here's the breaking ball. That one will get out of hand and go outside for ball 1.
NCAC play this weekend
Yeah, when I
with Hiram here.
So 1-1 count now.
Much about NCAC.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. That'll be on the inside part of the plate for strike 2.
You have Hiram at home, you're supposed to get a sweep. You don't want to mess with them in swimming, okay? But you can take them in baseball. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
So 1-2 count now for Führer. Here's the pitch from Floyd, and that'll be a big swing and a miss.
Fear got fooled by it.
And that'll be a big out. Oh, what a play from Parker Griskovich. And that'll be out number 3. Floyd gets the big strikeout, and Griskovich throws out Ambergy at second. What a throw and play there from Griskovich.
Usually when you have
So that'll end the inning as Marietta will go down 1-2-3 after a beautiful diving catch from Michael Branowski starts off this inning, and then a big strike 3 from Floyd and a steal attempt from Ambergy will result in a beautiful throw from Griskovich, who's had a really hot start to this game, and that'll end the top of the 3rd. So we'll be right back in the bottom of the 3rd inning as Wittenberg tries to cut down this deficit. So we are back here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. A new pitcher already for Marietta will be number 9, Jacob Rocky, the sophomore lefty. will look to keep this game at a 5-1 deficit, but he'll have to go up against the top of this Wittenberg lineup with James McCauley, who grounded out to short in his first at-bat. Looking to get on base here for the Tigers. Tigers able to get a couple base runners in last inning and driving a run thanks to Griskovich. Oh, and a beautiful grab there. And a throw over to first will be out number 1. Number 30, Cooper Fuhrer there with a beautiful grab. Robbed McCauley of a single. McCauley ripped that one. It looked like it was going to get through the gap for a leadoff hit for him. But a beautiful pick and a fast throw to get the speedy McCauley out. So that'll be out number 1 here. Quick out number 1. And that'll bring up Chase Wisner to the plate. Wisner also grounded out to short to start his day. Looking to get something going as he'll poke that one high into the air in right field. A tough play. That ball we go, and it'll go off the wall. Wisner now rounding first. He'll walk into second for a double. But Wisner a couple of feet away from a solo shot as that one goes halfway up the right field wall, but just couldn't get the distance to get that one out. But now Wittenberg with its second hit of the day, and Wisner gets a much-needed hit after going hitless last night and started off the day with a slow ground out to short, and that'll bring up the RBI machine, Connor O'Malley. O'Malley, the leading total for RBIs on this team, looking to drive and add to his total. And here, the big opportunity in this one, a lefty-on-lefty matchup for him. So Wisner standing at second, and O'Malley will see ball 1 go by. So Wisner after a big double, and now that big play from Fuhrer there at third saves this game and saves a run for Marietta with McCauley's speed and how hard that ball was hit. That easily would have been a run for Wittenberg. So instead we've got 1 out, Wisner at second, and a 1-1 count with O'Malley at the plate.
Wittenberg. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, a couple.
So Rocky will take a look back at Wisner at second. And here's the pitch. O'Malley once again. Rocky with some very impressive movement against the lefty O'Malley. He's really taking that fastball in and on the hands of O'Malley, making it difficult for him to make solid contact with it. We've seen 2 straight foul balls from him. So now Rocky ahead in the count 1-2. So here's the pitch. And that'll be strike 3. A beautiful breaking ball from Rocky and a big out number 2 for him. So O'Malley doesn't like the call, but he'll be walking back to the dugout as he strikes out looking here in the bottom of the third. A big out number 2 as Wisner standing at second. So that'll bring up the right-handed Matt Moore in the cleanup spot. Moore, the designated hitter in tonight's contest, will have an RBI opportunity with Wisner at second. So he'll take a crack at that one. But again, that movement going away from righties and inside on lefties from Rocky here really proven to be difficult for these Wittenberg batters. As you see, Matt Moore not able to catch up to it there and pokes that one foul. So 0-1 count here, 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Wisner standing out in second after a 1-out double. Here's the pitch, and that one will go low and outside for ball 1.
So you were talking about Witt's schedule. Hiram, didn't they actually have Heidelberg on Tuesday before?
Okay. LAC and NCAC kind of mix things up a little bit.
So here's the 1-1 pitch. He'll take a couple looks back to Wisner. And Moore will poke that one in the right field. Wisner's going to go. It's going to be a tough play at the plate to throw in. Amberger will stop it, and that'll be the second run of the day. And Matt Moore, the designated hitter but also catcher on this roster, will drive in the second run. So Griskovich and Moore, the 2 catchers, driving in both runs for this Wittenberg squad as they cut the deficit down from 5 to 3 now here in inning number 3. With 2 straight innings of scoring and an RBI single from Griskovich and an RBI single from Moore. Now this game is now 5-2, and Wittenberg with a lot of energy and momentum shifting their way, as that'll bring up Ben Seibert. Another 2-out RBI single this Wittenberg team loves, and that'll be a poke to right field. Ben Seibert will get on base now. So Wittenberg bats starting to heat up here in the bottom of the third, as now Michael Bernowski's going to look to keep it going.
Number 6, Michael
Bernowski with that incredible diving catch to start the third inning off. Last inning now is Bernowski with a big opportunity here to drive in some more runs. So Seibert standing at first after a two-out single, and Matt Moore standing at second after an RBI two-out single. Bernowski now. Here's the pitch. He'll take a rip. That's going to be a play into right field, and that'll go right to the right fielder. Wittenberg strikes again off the bat of Matt Moore to bring this deficit down to 3 here in the bottom of the third. Wittenberg leaves 2 stranded. We'll be right back after this.
No, well, it said, here's the Chick-fil-A, we go.
So Wittenberg able to climb back into this one a little bit, getting 2 runs, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, and they bring this score from 5-0 to 5-2 now. Floyd looking a lot more comfortable in the third inning. Will come back out for another inning of work, and he'll go off to face the 9-hole hitter number 3, Cole Yeager. Yeager, the sophomore, will foul off that one. So we've got a couple of arms in both bullpens now beginning to work as Floyd will send one in for strike 2. So Floyd looking a lot more comfortable. You know he's going to look back at this one and really think back to that 0-2 pitch to Hamburgy, as that one will get sent up the middle for a leadoff single from Yeager. Yeager will round first, and he'll be held there. So now the top of the order will be stepping back up. And number 21, Nick Bonizio, as we saw from last inning, the last time he was at bat, a beautiful bunt was placed right down the third base line. We'll see if he looks to do that again. But Dylan Jackson playing close in the grass there for this play. Floyd will fire in. Strike 1, a good breaking ball catches the inside of the plate. So Floyd looking a lot more in control. He's able to fire in some strikes here in the last couple of innings as we saw him struggle and give up a couple of walks and hit batters in the first couple of innings, which led to Ambergy's grand slam. So 1-1 count now with Yeager standing at first. Bonizio at the plate. Here's Floyd's 1-1 pitch, and that one will be poked. A double play opportunity for Wisner. He'll pitch it to McCauley. McCauley over to first. Not in time. The speed of Bonizio will get there, but a good play from Wisner to McCauley. They're able to get the leadoff runner. So Bonizio will be standing at first now, and that'll bring up number 18, Alex Richter, up to the plate. Richter now his third at-bat of the game here in the 4th inning. So Floyd now will take a look over at Bonizio. He'll fire one in, and that one will be ripped into right field. Tough play from Seibert. Seibert able to get a glove on it. He'll throw it in, and that'll a good play from Seibert to get a glove on that, and he saves a run for Marietta. So Richter now rips a double, and he's having a good start to this game. as now Richter will stand at second. Bonizio will be at third. Only one out. Marietta threatening to score again. But we've seen this in the second inning and the first inning. First inning, they were able to capitalize with runners in scoring position. Second inning, they left them loaded. Big strikeout from Floyd, and then a good play from Seibert in right field. But now, top of the fourth, 2 runners in scoring position, a runner on second and third, and that'll bring up number 4, Brett Carson, to the plate.
Okay, there we go. Pitcher.
So we're going to get a mound visit here.
Coach is going to come out and have a little bit of a conversation. He's going to take a pretty long, slow walk, and the whole infield's going to gather in. Pioneers leading.
As number 24, Justin Maynard, will be the arm warming up in the bullpen for Wittenberg. And Nate Floyd just looking to keep this game at a 3-run deficit, as this Wittenberg offense is starting to heat up in this one. We've seen a couple runners get stranded, but it looks like that will be the end of Nate Floyd's day. It will be number 24, Justin Maynard, entering the game to try to keep this one at a 3-run deficit. We'll be right back after this. So we are back in this one. Justin Maynard with his 8th appearance on the year will go off and face Brett Carson as his first batter. Richter and Bonizio standing at second and third with only one out here. And Marietta threatening to score once again. Put up 5 in the first, but have been held scoreless the last couple of innings, as Maynard will send a curveball in the dirt there for ball 1.
Behind home plate, because down the line to the cut of the grass on the baseline, base paths, excuse me.
So Maynard will take a look at Bonizio on third and send in a pitch. And that one will go in and hit Carson now. So Ty Davis will get his second opportunity with bases loaded in this one. The last time was in the second inning. He went bases loaded. He struck out swinging to Nate Floyd. So he's going to look to get some redemption here on this one with bases loaded once again with one out. So Maynard went outside and low in the first one and went low and inside in that one, and it goes in and hits Carson, the third hit batter by Wittenberg pitchers tonight.
RBI today for the Pioneers.
So here's the first pitch, and we rip down the line for a foul ball. So 0-1 count, all of them loaded here in the top of the fourth inning, still only one out.
Davis with the RBI. Remember, Ambergy has the grand slam in this game. Back in the first. Pioneers lead 5-2.
So here's the 0-1 pitch.
Pitch to home for Menard to Davis.
We'll find the outside edge for strike 2.
Davis comes into the game. The Pioneers.
So early on in this game, pitchers we're not getting that outside call, but now Maynard able to get it here in a big opportunity and a big momentum play here. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That'll be popped high into the air in center field. Thomas will try to get under it. Will it be deep enough to score one? Bonizio will tag, and with his speed, it will be. So that'll be a sacrifice RBI fly for Ty Davis. He's able to drive in at least one and advance Richter to third and Bonizio home. And now Marietta leads this one 6-2. So that'll bring up number 6, Trent Valentine. So runners on the corners, 2 outs now. Valentine stepping to the plate, and Griskovich is going to go out and make his signals to the defense.
Eyes out the center field, and that'll bring Trent Valentine to the plate. Valentine walked and scored. Flying down.
So Richter standing at third. He is still responsible from Nate Floyd. Floyd officially gives up 6 runs now on the day after that one gets driven in. He's responsible for Richter at third. Carson at first. That'll be a breaking ball outside for ball 2.
2 balls and no strikes. 6-2 now, Pioneers lead. As we're in the top of the 4th, single game tonight here at Wittenberg.
Here's the 2-0 pitch. That'll be ripped foul down the third base side.
Left side out of play. And that's not easy to say here at Wittenberg. A lot of foul territory. As the open bullpen is down both right field and left field lines.
So 2-1 count now. Runners on the corners.
Third base over to where it gets out of the play.
Maynard just trying to get out of this inning, and he'll throw over to first.
Yards. You think of the football field.
Try to regain his rhythm here.
Almost the same on the right side. So very
So Maynard now will get his sign. Take a look at third. Here's the pitch.
field.
That'll be grounded to second. A play for McCauley as he'll throw to first. So Tigers once again able to get out of the bases loaded jam, this time only giving up 1 run. Marietta extends their lead to 4 here in the top of the 4th. So Wittenberg,
We roll to the bottom of the 4th. It's Marietta.
so Marietta will get a new pitcher in this one going to the bottom of the 4th. It'll be number 5, Jared Bees. We'll be right back after this. So Jared Bees now on the bump for this Marietta squad. He'll go off and face Dylan Jackson here in the bottom of the 4th. Marietta able to get their 6th run of the game as he'll fire in strike 1. Jared Bees, just a freshman, pitching for this Pioneer squad. The freshmen have made a big impact on the game for Marietta. So Austin Ambergy, a freshman, hit the grand slam in the top of the 1st to extend this game. Extend their lead to 5-0 in the top of the 1st. And that's really been the difference. Outside of that grand slam, it has been a 2-2 ball game. But because of it, Marietta leads 6-2, so that one will be inside for A ball 1, and that very pretty breaking ball will just miss the outside edge of the plate for ball 2. Good crowd here at Carleton-Davidson Stadium for this beautiful night of baseball. And two very talented teams battling off. The 2-1 pitch, and Dylan Jackson will bloop that one into shallow right field. A tough play. Second baseman, number 18, Alex Richter will go over and get that play. But Dylan Jackson hit that one right off the handle there as Bees sends that one in on the hands. Dylan Jackson not able to make good contact with that. Will fly out to shallow right field. So Parker Griskovich steps back up to the plate. He started the scoring and hitting off for this Wittenberg squad with an RBI single, 2-out RBI single in the bottom of the second. And he'll look to continue that hitting here in the bottom of the fourth and try to become the first base runner here for the Tigers. Tigers scoring in back-to-back innings, but leaving a couple stranded in both. So Griskovich will rip that one down into the Marietta bullpen. Foul ball.
Natural grass infield, the grass, dirt, base paths we talked about a few times from home plate to the edge of
So 1-1 count now. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That'll go inside and hit Griskovich. So Griskovich will take first base for free, and that'll bring up the 9-hole number 17, Luke Thomas. So we've now seen 4 hit batters now in this one. As Bees, a lot like Floyd, has a lot of movement, inside movement on the right side of that box to right-handers. We saw Floyd hit a couple batters, and Bees now will run that one inside and hit Griskovich. So now Thomas now will go up with the task of trying to get a hit off Bees here. But now the task, we talked about that fastball with Floyd and Bees. Now it runs inside on the righties, but runs away from the lefties. So we'll see if Bees can get Luke Thomas with that movement. So Griskovich standing at first, and there it is. There's that movement. It starts inside and falls right over the inside of the plate for strike 1. So 0-1 count now. We'll take a throw over to Griskovich at first. A good pickoff move, but Griskovich able to get down and get dirty and get safe at first base. So 0-1 count now. Here's a quick pitch, and that one will be blooped into center field. A tough play, and Luke Thomas will bloop that one for a single. So Wittenberg now gets runners on first and second thanks to Luke Thomas, and that'll bring up James McCauley. James McCauley 0 for 2 with 2 ground outs, 1 to third, 1 to short. Last time, a beautiful play from number 30, Cooper Fearer. Robbed a hit from McCauley now, so McCauley still trying to get his first hit on the day. So it'll be McCauley and Wisner with Griskovich at second, Luke Thomas at first. Bees now hitting a batter and giving up a bloop single to Thomas. So here's the pitch to McCauley. That'll be a throw down to Griskovich. Oh, a very close play. Ty Davis with a very accurate strike, and Griskovich almost gets caught in no man's land, but it's just able to get back in time. So strike 1 to McCauley. Here's the pitch. That one will be outside, ball 1. Jared Bees with a very quick pitch from the stretch. He gets that pitch down to home in a hurry. He's got some impressive velocity and a very quick stretch pitch. So the 1-1 pitch will be a big breaking ball. Just misses his zone for ball 2. So McCauley being patient at the plate here. We saw him hack at a couple of first pitches that resulted in 2 ground outs. Being a little bit more disciplined and patient here at the plate. We'll draw ball 2. So 2-1 count now. Here's the pitch, and that one will be sent far and foul over the Marietta bullpen. So a 2-2 count now to McCauley. McCauley trying to make his impact on the game so far. Has seen some action at second base, but hasn't had much on the hitting side of things. Here's a 2-2 pitch, and he'll poke that one into shallow grounds. Oh, slipping, maybe a little miscommunication, but the right fielder able to come in is number 6, Trent Valentine. So we saw Richter slip and fall there from second. But that'll bring up Chase Wisner. Chase Wisner just missed a home run. In his last at-bat. Was about halfway up the right field wall, but didn't have enough on it to get out of the stadium. But he'll be in a big spot here. 2 outs has been the key to this Wittenberg squad in this one. 2 RBI, 2-out singles from Griskovich and Moore, and this one is the only scoring. As Wisner will send one up center field, as Griskovich is going to round third, and it'll be a throw to third, a tough play. Oh, and an error now, could potentially score 2, and it'll be... So Wisner will be standing at third, and Wittenberg now scores 2 off the error. And this game is now a 2-run deficit, and Chase Wisner gets back-to-back hits, and once again off of 2 outs, as he sends that one into center field, but they try to throw out Luke Thomas at third, and that throw goes wide. And now McGee's going to try to ask the umpire, was Wisner standing at second when that ball went to the dugout, and try to get Wisner at home. But now, 2 outs and an RBI single for Wisner, and an error brings home the other run. And now we've got a 6-4 ball game. And this is the battle we expected with these 2 teams coming into this one. A lot of offensive firepower between both teams, and that'll bring up O'Malley to the plate. So now we're going to get a mound visit here. But Chase Wisner able to get back to his hitting ways, and he goes 2 for 2 in his last 2 at-bats. Drives in a run with this one, and 2-out RBI hitting, the story in this one for the Tigers. 2-out RBI hitting has been a big key, as I talked about earlier in this game, for the Tigers in this home stand, and they showcase their abilities on 2 outs here in this game, as all the runs have been scored with 2 outs. As now the deficit is 6-4 now. As Wittenberg battling back, the bats are really starting to get hot for this Tiger team, as they've been able to hold this Marietta squad to only 1 run in the last 3 innings after giving up 5 off the grand slam from Austin Ambergy in the first inning. But O'Malley now chomping at the bit. He's 0 for 2 on the day with a slow tapper to first in his first at-bat, and he struck out looking in his second at-bat. So he's looking to make a big impact on this one and really keep the momentum and energy on the side of Wittenberg here, as Wisner extends his impressive homestand here with 12 RBIs now in his home debut. That one will be high and in the middle of the zone for strike 1. So O'Malley looking to drive in the run here and cut this deficit even more. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and O'Malley will take a crack at it, and that'll be fouled right back. So now Bees gets ahead of the count, 0-2. Trying to get out of this inning with minimal damage after already giving up 2 runs, 1 off the single and 1 off the error throw that went into the dugout that has Wisner standing at third now. So here's the 0-2 pitch. That'll be in the dirt. Good pick there from Davis, as we've seen before. This big wide open backstop sits far behind the catcher, a wild pitch, and Wisner's speed would most definitely score another run for the Tigers. So 1-2 count now. Bees trying to get out of the inning. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and a big swing and a miss for strike 3, and it'll be a throw down to first. And it's going to be safe, and Wisner scores. What a unique play there. So we're going to get an interesting conversation here. It's going to be strike 3 in the dirt. Ty Davis makes a throw down to first, but he's standing right in the way. O'Malley, as he runs through, makes contact with the first baseman, and that one pops the ball out. And so it'll be safe for O'Malley, and a run scores. So the umpires are going to conversate here and try to figure out what went on and what to rule the play, as Matt Moore is looking to come up to bat with only trailing by 1 now if the play stands. So the umpires are going to meet, but a very unique play here, as the original call looked like Ty Davis had the ball and it didn't hit the ground, and it would have been strike 3, inning over. But O'Malley takes a jog down to first, and then the rest unfolded. The throw down was high and made
He came down clean on the bag with baseball quarter advantage.
Ambergy fall down right in front, and they're going to call him out. And now McGee's going to have a conversation.
From Wittenberg. So what it comes down to is the home plate umpire.
So that'll take a run off the board from Wittenberg. But Wittenberg able to strike for 2 in that inning, able to cut this deficit down to only 2 now. So Maynard will come back out for another inning of work here and try to keep this deficit at 2 and let these Wittenberg bats keep rolling. But we'll be right back after this. So we are back here in the top of the 5th inning, a very unique end of the bottom of the 4th, but Wittenberg still able to strike for 2 and get this game back to 6-4. Justin Maynard will go back on the mound here and try to hold this Marietta offense at bay, which scored its first run in a couple innings. That'll be an early bunt attempt. Griskovich tries to make a diving play. And another bunt hit for this team as Cole Riemann lays down the bunt, and Griskovich makes a diving effort at it. But Maynard and Dylan Jackson try to run up it as well. So we've seen 2 bunt base hits. Marietta very good about just getting people on base. And now that'll bring up Austin Ambergy. Austin Ambergy, 2 for 2 on the day. The big grand slam in the first inning and a hard hit single in his last at bat. So he's looking to continue it now with Riemann at first, no outs. Maynard will fire in the first pitch, and that'll be low for ball 1. So 1-0 count now. Maynard from the stretch. Here's the pitch. That'll be outside, ball 2. So 2-0 count now to Ambergy. Maynard's going to take a attempt over. Pickoff attempt at Riemann. O'Malley standing at first base to receive that one. Might have been just more a pitch to get Maynard's rhythm back, get the pitch he wanted, as he'll send one in there, and that'll be a tough play. And Ambergy will get his 3rd hit of the night. So now that'll bring runners on first and second. No outs now. Number 30, Cooper Fuhrer to the plate. So the bottom of the order really proven to be effective for Marietta as they got the first 2 runners on, as Riemann's bunt single, then a bloop single to center from Ambergy will bring Cooper Fuhrer up, another freshman in this lineup. So we've seen some very impressive play from Fuhrer at 3rd so far in this game. Has a bunt attempt down, and that'll be a missed bunt attempt there for strike 1. So we've seen Marietta now a couple of bunt attempts, a couple of bunt singles. They're 2 for 2 now, as now they're trying to advance their runners and potentially get a couple of runs back as this Wittenberg offense is heating up. Putting up 4 runs in the last 3 innings to Marietta's 1, as this game is now 6-4 in favor of the Pioneers. So Wittenberg trying a little defensive strategy there, brings DJ Jackson right up to 3rd, rotates Wisner over to 3rd base. DJ comes up to home plate to cover the bunt, and then McCauley will cover 2nd at a pickoff attempt from Maynard. as now Fear will square to bunt once again as the infield's in. As that bunt will be missed and laid down for strike number 2. So 0-2 count now. A tough position to bunt in now as a bunt foul would be strike 3 for an out. So Fear now down 0-2 in the count. After 2 failed bunt attempts from him, Maynard with 2 good pitches. Now it looks like he's going to try to swing away at this one. Here's the pitch. Strike 3, a beautiful breaking ball from Maynard, and that's a big out number 1. Has a tough at-bat there for Cooper Fear. His first 2 bunt attempts, he fouled back into the catcher's glove, and that one was a beautiful breaking ball that finds the top of the zone for strike 3. And that'll bring up Cole Yeager, the sophomore, sitting in the 9 hole now, with the top of the order and Bonizio waiting in the on-deck circle. So 1 out now. Runners on first and second. Here's the pitch, and that'll be a big swing and a miss there from Yeager. Maynard now so 0-1 count now. 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Here's the pitch. Just misses the zone there with a breaking ball for ball 1. You saw Griskovich frame that one for a while, trying to get that call, but just wasn't able to. So Maynard now 1-1. Riemann at second, Ambergy at first. Here's the 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. That one will be ripped into the gap. A tough pitch. That one will be deep. And that one will be off the wall. So Luke Thomas will go and get it. Can they score 2 off of it? No, they'll stop at third. But number 8, Cole Riemann will come around to score, and a big RBI double there from Yeager will drive in the 7th run of the game for the Pioneers as they get 1 back. And they put this lead back up to 3. So 21, Nick Bonizio will step back into the plate, still with only 1 out in the inning. And that one, a very impressive hit. Sounded like it went off the handle of the bat, but he was still able to power that one all the way to the wall in left center. Luke Thomas with a good cutoff throw to hold Ambergy at third. Especially with the top of the order following behind Yeager there. You don't want to risk out number 2 trying to force one at home, especially with Wisner cutting that one off. Wisner in this infield, a very impressive bunch of arms. So we're going to get a time and mound visit here. As it looks like that's just time to get some bullpen arm and bullpen action here in this one. With runners on second and third, still only 1 out in this one. So it's going to be a long walk out there to the mound to give time for, it looks like, Charlie Schaefer to get his arm loose and start to get warmed up in this one. So Maynard still on the mound. And the top of the order has been pretty effective so far, but the bulk of the damage coming from the middle to the bottom half of this Marietta Pioneer order, with Ambergy leading the way as he's 3 for 3, the grand slam in this one, and Pioneers leading 7-4. So the meeting will conclude. Bonizio will step into the plate. Maynard's going to try to get out of this one. He was able to get out of his original appearance in this game with only 1 out, and he's looking to do it again here. Ambergy standing at third, Yeager at second. Bonizio at the plate. Maynard's going to take a look over at Ambergy. The 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. That one will be ripped into the gap in right field, and that could score 2. Yeager's going to round, and Seibert's going to have trouble fielding it, but a good throw to second, and that'll be out number 2. But the Pioneers will score 2 off of the RBI single from Bonizio. Bonizio will play aggressive and try to take second. But a good throw from Seibert after the misplay will gun him down. But Marietta has put up 3 in the top of the 5th here. Now 18, Alex Richter will step to the plate. So here's the first pitch. That'll go in there for a strike. So Maynard able to get a big strikeout for out number 1. But Yeager and Bonizio go back-to-back hits, and they drive in 3 runs to extend this lead back to 5. So Richter now will watch that breaking ball go inside for ball one. So here's the 1-1 pitch from Maynard. That one will be ripped high and deep into the foul territory down in right field, but that ball was hit very hard from Richter, and that'll be a 1-2 count. So he put all of it into that one and sent it deep into foul ground. So Richter now down in the count 1-2. Here's the pitch. To be outside, ball 2. So Richter looking to keep things going here in the top of the 5th for Marietta. Here's a 2-2 pitch from Maynard, and that one will be ripped. Tough play from McCauley, and that'll go just under his glove, and Richter will get a 2-out base hit here with Brett Carson awaiting on deck. So he'll walk into the plate. Maynard now just trying to get out of this inning with minimal damage after giving up 3 runs. That started with a Cole Riemann bunt single to get this one going. Then Yeager drives in 2 with an RBI double, as it looks like that will be the day from Justin Maynard. So we'll get Coach McGee will walk out there, and it looks like Charlie Schaefer will walk into this game trying to get him into the bottom of the 5th inning as a 5-run deficit. So we'll be right back after this. So Charlie Schaefer to take the mound here for the Tigers in his 8th appearance on the year. He'll go off to face Brett Carson with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Marietta already scoring 3 in this one, extending their lead back to 5 with a runner on first. A good fastball there. We'll go in for strike 1.
It did, and I almost said, "Oh," because that's a perfect pitch for Carson to go off his field. He thought it.
So 0-1 count now. 2 outs here in the bottom or top of the 5th. Schaefer just looking to get out of this one. Carson showing bunt. Here's the pitch. We'll take ball 1. He's able to pull back the bunt attempt there as that fastball ran inside on him. Ty Davis in the cleanup spot standing in the on-deck circle. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one will be ripped into right center. That's got a lot of power on it, and that'll get over the fence. And he muscles that one over. And Marietta now with 2 outs able to put up 2 more runs and lead this one 11-4. And a big display of power there from Brett Carson as he went down into the zone and was able to give that ball a lot of power and took it for a ride over right center fence. So Marietta leading this one 11-4 off the backs of two 5-run innings in the first and now here in the fifth as Ty Davis is back up to the plate. Here's the pitch. That one will be ripped. The first pitch single to Seibert. And now that'll bring up Cole Riemann, or Trent Valentine, excuse me.
Number 6, Trent Valentine.
So the last batter of the order for this inning will step up to the plate with 2 outs.
Ninth hitter of this inning comes to the plate, Trent Valentine.
Trent Valentine looking to continue the 2-out hitting for this Pioneer squad. That pitch will find the outside edge of the plate for strike 1. So 1 count now. Ty Davis standing at first. Charlie Schaefer will take a long look over at him. Get his sign. Here's the pitch. Just slow. So 11-4 now is the score with the Pioneers on top. Here's the 1-1 pitch. So Ty Davis almost gets caught in no man's land there. Took a big lead and stumbled a little bit on the way back, but takes a slide over there to first. O'Malley with a good pick to keep that one in front of him. 2-1 count now. Here's the pitch. That one will be a big curveball and fouled off the foot of Valentine there.
So the Tigers pick up their first win down at Legion Field tonight. I think they started their season on Monday, but they went 11-1 Mercy Rule tonight over Benton County in 5 innings.
So 2-2 count here with 2 outs in the top of the 5th. Valentine will step back into the box there after walking off that foul tip off his foot. Ty Davis still standing at first. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Griskovich with the throw down to second. Oh, and Griskovich will get him. Ty Davis there slid into second, came off the bag, and a good throw from Griskovich and a tag from Wisner there will get him at second. But Marietta strikes for 5 in that inning, and they will extend their lead back up to 7, 11-4 here with the bottom of the 5th coming up right after this. So we are back here on the bottom of the 5th inning. Matt Moore just step back into the box here. He had to wait a long time in the dugout after a long inning from this Marietta squad, and he'll be first pitch swinging, and a big throw from number 30. Cooper Fearer will retire him for out number 1. Cooper Fearer with a big arm over there at third base. We've seen a couple of impressive cross diamond throws from him right on the money. But that'll bring up Ben Seibert now to the plate. Wittenberg just needing to get base runners now with trailing by 7. They did a good job to battle it back there in the 4th inning, bringing the score back to 6-4. But Marietta able to respond with 5 big runs at the top of the 5th. As that one will go inside and hit Seibert right in the back there. She's going to grimace in pain there. So it's the second hit batter from Bees now, so he'll step out for another inning of work after giving up 2 hits. There is some action in the bullpen for Marietta. And that'll bring up Michael Branowski to the plate.
Baseball draft picks and stuff. And the Major League scouts are clicking on them. They're gunning them from behind home plate. We're up at DW. And they all leave at the end of the 3rd inning and get down behind first base.
So here's the pitch. Branowski first pitch swinging. Will foul that one back.
Yeah, he's throwing the ball from shortstop to first, like 93, 94 mile an hour.
So Seibert now standing at first. Beautiful breaking ball there from Bees. Not able to get the call just inside, but Branowski leaned away from it, and that ball kept coming inside. Seibert, and in the last 7 games, he's 3 for 3 on stolen base attempts here, so he's going to take a hefty lead there at first, and there he's going to draw a throwback and a close play, but he's able to get back in time. So he'll immediately get back to where he was, get a decent lead. Bees now get his pitch, another throw over and a close attempt there once again, but Seibert able to get back in time. Bees with a very quick and swift pickoff move. He's made a couple of close plays there with it, but unable to record an out. And that breaking ball will be outside for ball 2. Good take from Branowski. DJ Dylan Jackson waiting in the on-deck circle. Branowski, oh, and that'll take a wicked bounce off the... Oh, and Seibert's going to fall going to third here, and he'll get back into the plate. Oh, but a dangerous play there. Branowski will get credited with the hit. But what a weird play there from Seibert there. As Seibert would have probably gotten into third with the amount of distance between the right fielder, Trent Valentine, and the ball there, but he took a slip and tumbled there trying to make it to third, but thankfully he's able to get up in time and get back to second. Michael Branowski gets the base hit, so Tigers now with runners on first and second, and Dylan Jackson to the plate. Dylan Jackson looking to get things going here and gain some runs back, and Bees will fire it in there for ball 1. Dylan Jackson, only seeing 26 plate appearances going into this game, has been nursing a hamstring injury and only batting .269 on the year. And he's 0 for 2 in tonight's contest. 1-0 count now from him, and he'll soar another one into right field. Be a tough play from Valentine as he's going to have to get over there. And that ball and the wind heading that direction just kept pushing that ball into foul territory. And DJ Jackson will stay safe, and he'll go back to the batter's box with a 1-1 count now. So Trent Valentine had to make a long run with this big foul territory there. He'll trot his way back to the right field spot. Here's the 1-1 pitch now. Big breaking ball there and a lot of movement. We'll take that ball outside of the zone for ball 2. Griskovich waiting in the on-deck circle. Griskovich 1 for 1 with the 2-out RBI single in this one. That 2-1 pitch will be outside for ball 3. So Dylan Jackson showing good vision and patience at the plate here. So only one out. Seibert at second. Bronowski at first, and DJ Jackson will rip that one into left field. Seibert's going to round third, and he's going to get in for a run, and Dylan Jackson will drive in his first RBI of the night. So Wittenberg still with some hot offense here in this one, and that'll bring up Parker Griskovich now to the plate with one out, and Bronowski standing at second, Dylan Jackson standing at first. And now we're going to get a mound visit, potentially get some time for the bullpen to get ready, as Jared Bees has given up 3 runs here in his appearance. And the Tigers are really starting to figure him out, and it will be a pitching change here, as we'll get who it is here right after this. So a new pitcher for this Marietta squad will be number 19. Cale Hill, the senior, will step onto the mound, trying to keep this Wittenberg offense from gaining any more momentum and energy. They've scored now in 4 straight innings, but they've left a lot stranded on base. So Griskovich here with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th, with Bronowski at second, Dylan Jackson at first, will try to continue his impressive night going. First pitch will be a big breaking ball in there for ball 1. So 1-0 count now. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Another breaking ball in the dirt.
2 balls and no strikes now. So the Pioneers strong with the bats. 5 runs in the first, 5 here in the 5th, 1 in the 4th. 14 base hits.
So 2-0 pitch to Griskovich, and he'll send that one right at second. And a tough play.
First double play.
And that'll be a double play, and that'll be a tough one, as Wittenberg will leave 2 stranded at first and second after Griskovich sends a liner to second. Dylan Jackson not able to get back in time. Tigers able to get 1 here in the bottom half, the 5th inning. They still trail by 6. We'll be right back after this. So we are back here at Carlton-Davidson Stadium in the top of the 6th inning. Marietta leading this one 11-5 off the backs of 2 5-run innings in the 1st and the 5th inning. So Trenton Valentine will step into the box to face Charlie Schaefer as he'll go out for another inning of work here. Charlie Schaefer came in for relief last inning for Maynard. Did give up a home run as that'll be, looks like another bunt attempt from Valentine. We've seen a lot of bunt attempts from this Pioneer squad in this one. It's led to a lot of base runners for them. So they're going to stick with what's been working for them. They've got 11 runs on 14 hits and some very impressive offensive showing. Griskovich tries to frame that one, doesn't get the call. But this is exactly what we expected when we saw these two teams matching up. A lot of offense. That's what both teams have showcased all year. And that we have gotten so far in this one. 16 runs and a total of 22 hits so far in this game. So we've still got 6, 7, 8, and 9 to play. So 3 balls and no strikes here to Valentine. Here's the 3-0 pitch, and that'll be outside. So Pioneers get another leadoff runner on. This Marietta squad very good at finding base runner, whether it's between walks, bunts, hits, or home runs. They are a very smart, disciplined team at the plate, and they've put it on showcase here tonight. That's why they are ranked 19th in the country as of now. So that'll bring up Cole Riemann. Cole Riemann laid down the bunt last inning to get things started for a single, and he's going to try to do it again. But that'll be in there for ball 1. So 5 straight balls to start this inning from Schaefer. As he'll try to find the zone to keep it a 6-run deficit. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and that'll be a bunt attempt, and that'll go foul. So Riemann will step back into the box. 1-1 count now. Valentine standing at first. See Dylan Jackson now in the grass, expecting this bunt attempt. As that'll be a good breaking ball there from Schaefer, and that'll find the outside edge for strike 2. So Riemann goes away from the bunt attempt there. So he'll get a sign, look down at his card there, figure out what the play is for him here. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Good breaking ball, ripped right at Dylan Jackson, and he makes an incredible catch there. Talked about it earlier. He seems to just be a magnet over there at third base. A lot of balls hit his way, but none of them seem to be able to get past, and he makes a beautiful catch there. But now, number 99, Austin Ambergy steps to the plate, 3 for 3 in this one with the big grand slam in the first inning to get things started for this Marietta squad. And this middle and end of this lineup for Marietta so far has done the most damage to Witt. As that one will be in the dirt. A steal attempt, a good throw from Griskovich. Oh, and he just gets under the tag there from Wisner, but Parker Griskovich really showcasing his arm here in this one. He's thrown out a couple of runners. We saw it back in, I believe, inning number 2. Or inning 3. It was a strike 3 steal attempt that led to out number 3 after Griskovich was able to gun him down on the steal attempt. But this one, Valentine's able to get into second safely. As that one will be hit right behind the glove of Wisner. Valentine's going to go home. Throw from Bernowski will be low. Almost hits Wisner. And Marietta will slide into home safely. And Marietta extends their lead back to 7. And Austin Ambergy, his impressive day continues. His 5th RBI on the night as he is 4 for 4 with 3 singles and a home run now. And he so far has for sure been the player of the game for Marietta. He's got as many RBIs as Wittenberg does runs, and he drives in another one here. It's Marietta's offense really heating up now. So that one will go inside. Cooper Fuhrer will step into the plate now. So we're going to get a mound visit here from Coach McGee.
Tough loss against Mount in game 1 on Saturday.
So Coach McGee will go over there and go out there and talk to Schaefer. Give time for Tyler Defaball in the bullpen right now to get warmed up and get ready to come in this one, as Marietta once again is showcasing their offensive firepower in this one. Once again from Austin Ambergy, the freshman first baseman from Miamisburg, Ohio, having a very big game for this Pioneer squad. So Schaefer will step back onto the mound and try to get through this inning. And so we'll go up and face Cooper Fearer now with a 1-0 count. Ambergy standing at first.
That guy is their head coach, White hoodie. And I think that's not going to be the last time you see him.
So 1-0 pitch now, and that one will be poked right down the first base line as he waits on that one and pokes it down the line. 1-1 count now. So 1-1 count now. Fear will step back into the box. Ambergy will take a little lead from first. Schaefer with a throw over to first. But Ambergy's able to get back safely.
Red and white of Wittenberg. We never really talk about the Pioneers with their gray and the navy blue sleeves that look so sharp. But these are just pure throwbacks. This is what they've always worn.
So still a 1-1 count here. Only one out in the top of the sixth inning. Schaefer playing games with Ambergy at first. We'll throw in a breaking ball there for strike two. A good breaking ball from Schaefer. We'll find the lower edge of the outside of the zone. So Cole Yeager now will wait in the on-deck circle. 1-2 count now. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Schaefer. And that'll run in and hit Fearer there. So we've seen a lot of that tonight. Mr. Wittenberg pitching staff has given up a lot of free bases. We've seen 3 or 4 hit batters now and a couple of walks, and Marietta has made Wittenberg pay on that. They have put up 12 runs on 15 hits now, and they've still only got 1 out. Ambergy at second, Fearer at first now, and that'll bring up Cole Yeager. And the top of the lineup is looming in the on-deck circle. Breaking ball outside here.
Yesterday in a JV matchup.
He's 2 for 3 today. A run scored and an RBI. A single, a double. Let's make it a trip. For Cole.
Here's the pitch. That'll be inside and just miss the inside zone there.
And I'll tell you what, if you can get that kind of production in your number 9 spot, similar to what Marietta got last year.
So 2-0 count now here. Once again, the bottom half of this Marietta order proven to be very effective against this Wittenberg pitching staff. So here's the 2-0 pitch. Big breaking ball in there for a strike. Schaefer's been throwing that breaking ball very effectively. It's been the fastball that's really hurt him. Marietta really getting a hold and seeing that fastball well. Here's a 2-1 pitch, and there it is, that breaking ball again. Very good breaking ball. Will produce a swing and a miss there from Yeager. Now a 2-2 count. See if he goes 3 straight breaking balls or goes back to the fastball here. So he takes a look back at second, takes a long look. Here's another breaking ball, and there it is, strike 3. So he goes 3 straight curveballs there and sits down Yeager after going up 2-0 in the count. So Nick Bonizio will step back into the box. Bonizio's had a very impressive day, but it looks like Tyler Defaball will come into the game, and that'll be the end of Charlie Schaefer's day. So Charlie Schaefer gives up 2 runs in about an inning's worth of pitching. But so Tyler Defaball will come in and try to keep this game a 7-run deficit with the top of the order and the top of this Marietta order looming on the box now. We'll be right back after this. So we are back. Defaball will take the mound for the Tigers, and he'll go off against top of the order, number 21, Nick Bonizio. Bonizio has been very strong leadoff spot for this Pioneer squad as Defaball will send in strike one. Defaball not a great start to the year. Only 3 appearances, giving up seven runs and 2 innings of work. He'll replace Schaefer here. And the Wittenberg staff tonight, as that one will be just a little bit low. Not the best outing from this pitching staff. Nate Floyd started the day, followed by Justin Maynard, and then Charlie Schaefer, and they've given up a combined 15 hits and 12 runs. As that'll find the outside edge of the plate, 1-2 now. But a lot of free bases given up to this Marietta squad, and Marietta's taken advantage of it. So Defaball now up in the count, 1-2. 2 outs, trying to get out of the inning. As that breaking ball will be outside. Trying to find the outside edge of the zone there. Wasn't able to get it there. So 2-2 count now. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. Marietta leading 12-5. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be lined right up the middle. Amberger's going to round third. Fear is going to stay there. So that'll be another runner to the total of Charlie Schaefer, as he was responsible for Ambergy and Fear at second now. But Nick Bonizio will get a single to his name. Hit an RBI to his name, and that'll bring up Alex Richter now as Marietta leads this game by 8. So Defaball gets ahead in the count there, but Bonizio doing a good job of battling in it, staying patient, found the pitch he liked, and took it into center field. As that one will be a tough play as Dylan Jackson. So that'll be catcher interference, and that'll give Richter a free bag there.
The only reason why I call this is because the whole plate umpire comes out, and that's just to give the catcher an opportunity to make sure he's okay. That's a cold night to have the glove hit, and you could hear it.
So McGee will check on Griskovich there on this chilly night in Springfield as we get under the lights here at Carlton-Davidson Stadium. The temperature is dropping now, so it's getting a chilly night for baseball to still get hit in the glove there on a play like that. Cannot feel good, but Griskovich is going to stay in the game now. Still 2 outs now, bases loaded. And that one will be ripped foul. That'll bring up number 4, Brett Carson. Carson already with a home run in this game. Looking to continue his strong game here with 2 outs at the top of the 6th. And really looking to blow this game open for the Pioneers as he'll poke one over to O'Malley. Tough play as he'll pitch to Defaball, and he'll get out number 3. So the Pioneers put 2 more on the board, and they extend their lead now to 8 here in this one, leading it 13-5. Tigers will get a chance to bat with Luke Thomas leading it off right after this. So we are back here in the bottom of the 6th. Marietta leading this one 13-5, and Luke Thomas at the bottom of this lineup in the 9-hole will lead it off. At the top of the order, James McCauley on deck. If you're just tuning into the Tiger Sports Network, my name is JJ Weisenberger. We thank you all for tuning in here for this competitive non-conference matchup between the Marietta Pioneers and your Wittenberg Tigers. As Luke Thomas will take strike one from Cale Hill, 1-1 count now. And Marietta showcasing a lot of offense in this one, putting up 13 runs here in this one as Luke Thomas will poke that one down the line. A good hit. So that one will go down the third base line. Thomas will round first, and he'll be held there, but a leadoff hit. This Wittenberg squad has had a good amount of offense in this one, have left a lot stranded in these middle innings. They've scored in 4 straight innings, and they now get the leadoff runner on, but they've left 2 stranded in the last 2 innings. But now the top of the order stepping in. James McCauley still looking for his first hit of the day. Has made some good contact, just hasn't been able to find those gaps like he's usually able to. But he'll get a big opportunity here, trailing by 8. But this Wittenberg team has been fighting in this one, especially offensively, as he'll take strike one there. Every time Marietta feels like it's starting to pull away, Wittenberg responds with some runs of their own. At one point, it was a 6-4 game, and then the Marietta squad was able to really find a second gear in their offense, putting up 7 runs in the last 2 innings. As McCauley with a big swing and a miss goes down 0-2. Cale Hill on the mound for the Pioneers now. We'll put McCauley down 0-2 in the count. So Thomas will take a sizable lead over at first. Here's the pitch, and that one will be a wild pitch. Thomas will take second. He'll round second. But a good play from Ty Davis there to get to the ball. We brought it up before, but this big, wide-open backstop could potentially make those wild pitches dangerous. One bad could get 2, but Ty Davis makes an athletic play to go back and get the ball there and keep Thomas at second. So McCauley now 1-2 in the count. Cale Hill will look back at McCauley. McCauley will bloop that one into right field. Will it be deep enough to get Thomas? Thomas is going to tag, and he's going to stay. And a good throw from number 6, Trent Valentine, excuse me. Trent Valentine with a big throw from right field to hold Thomas. Chase Wisner now back up to the plate. Wisner, a very impressive game so far, looking to drive in another run. He's gotten a hit in his last 2 at-bats. Almost hit a home run in his second at-bat, sending it off the right field wall. So he'll be looking to showcase some power here and get a run back for the Tigers. So 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. An 8-run ball game with Thomas standing at second. Cale Hill will take a look back at him. Here's the pitch. That'll be in there, low in the zone for strike 1. So 1 count now. Here's the pitch. Wisner will send that one into right field. Valentine will make a running grab at it, and that'll be out number 2. So Trent Valentine is able to get the 2 outs here to leave Thomas at second. And a good play to go over and track that one. Wisner making good contact with it, just not able to find the gaps, and that's been the story of the night for this Tiger offense. They've been able to put up 5 runs on 9 hits, but they've left a lot stranded, and they're not finding those gaps like they're used to. They've made a lot of really solid contact tonight, but this Marietta defense has been very stout and held this offense. So O'Malley stepping to the plate, 0 for 3 on the night, still looking for his first hit, as he'll take strike 1 in there. So 1 count now with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Take a look back at Thomas. Here's the pitch from Hill. Big breaking ball, and O'Malley will take a big whack at it there, but he'll get nothing in return. 0-2 count now, and Hill looking to work around the leadoff single from Thomas. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Hill. Another breaking ball and a Good rip down the first base line, but a good grab from Ambergy will retire O'Malley for out number 3. So Wittenberg gets a leadoff single from Thomas, but unable to get anything from it. So Marietta will go into the top of the 7th, still leading 13-5. We'll be right back after this. So Defaball will go out for the Tigers once again here in the top of the 7th. He'll go up against the cleanup spot, number 10, Ty Davis. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball will be just outside for ball 1. That one will be outside again, ball 2. So coming into this part of the lineup, this has been the very effective part of the lineup for Marietta, the middle to the last part. As Ty Davis will send a beautiful hit right down the third base line. Bernowski will run over and grab it. Davis is going to try to take 2. The throw in, a good throw, and a close play. But Ty Davis will get under it there, and he'll be on second with a leadoff double. So Marietta offense keeps on rolling with their 17th hit of the day. So that'll bring up number 6, Trent Valentine, who we saw a lot in the bottom half of the 6th. So he made a lot of plays out there in right field. But now Ty Davis with a beautiful hard hit ball right down the third base line. Valentine will send one over that way. Dylan Jackson will hold Davis at second. And Dylan Jackson with a low throw. O'Malley not able to corral it there. And an error on that play will put a runner on first and second for Marietta. Still no outs, and that'll bring up Cole Riemann. Cole Riemann we saw in this position the last time up with a bunt attempt. Seen a lot of bunt attempts from this Pioneer squad, especially with the big bat of Austin Ambergy on deck. He's got 5 RBIs and 4 for 4 performance so far. So the error leaves Valentine at first and Davis at second. Still no outs. Here's the pitch. There's the bunt attempt. That's going to be a good bunt attempt, but it'll just go foul. Again, another bunt attempt from Riemann there. I've seen a lot of bunt attempts from this Pioneer squad, and a lot of very effective. We've seen 2 bunt singles, a couple of advancements, and they keep going back to it. And as much as the Tigers can figure it's coming, they've been unable to stop it. So that'll be an 0-1 count now. Defaball trying to work around the double and error. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball outside.
Here's a pitch away. 1 ball, 1 strike. As Riemann at the plate. Cole.
So 1-1 count now. Riemann will step back into the plate. Here's the pitch. See Dylan Jackson working up into the grass already. Playing the bunt, but Riemann watches ball 2 go by. So 2 balls and 1 strike here. The top of the 7th. Marietta already with the runner in scoring position with the leadoff double from Ty Davis. Here's the pitch from Defaball, be in the ground. And the last thing you want to do is walk bases loaded with Ambergy coming to the plate. Ambergy started off this game in the first inning with a big grand slam over the right field fence and has continued and followed that up with 3 straight hits after that. But a big breaking ball will find the middle of the zone.
Lead out of second base by Davis. The same for
So here's the 3-2 pitch. Will be fouled away.
fouled off by Riemann.
Chris, I think I said to take the 7.
So full counts once again to Riemann. Here's the pitch. Big breaking ball. That one will be blooped into right field. Seibert will get under it. But that'll move the runners over to third and second, and Riemann will come to first. So now that brings up the big freshman bat, Austin Ambergy. Ambergy with bases loaded once again will try to continue his very impressive performance in this one. So that'll find the outside edge for strike one. Austin Ambergy with 5 RBIs on the day, looking to add to that tally here with an 8-run lead over Wittenberg. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and that'll find the outside 0-2.
24-year ago stat.
Yeah, and I'm glad I just didn't say you did March 17th.
So 0-2 count now. Defiball trying to get an easy out here, and that'll be grounded right off the glove of O'Malley. And that'll be another base hit for Ambergy and another RBI to his name. So 6 RBIs now for him, and 5 for 5. And that'll still be bases loaded, no outs here. And Marietta is really starting to pour it on this Tiger team, leading 14-5 now. And that'll bring up number 30, Cole Yeager. Yeager now, a very impressive day as we're going to get another mound visit from McGee.
We're going to have another long walk out to the mound.
So Tigers have number 23, senior Nick Cunningham in the bullpen warming up. But seems that none of these pitchers have been able to stop this Tiger lineup, and it will be the end of Defiball's night. As the bases are loaded, all of them responsible by Defiball. Still be 0 outs in the top of the 7th here, and Nick Cunningham will try to come in and limit the damage from this Pioneer offense. No Tiger pitcher has really been able to do it so far, but we'll see if Cunningham can do it right after this. So we are back. Nick Cunningham takes some mound here. Cunningham, one of the best arms in this bullpen for the Tigers. He's gone 19 2/3 innings so far, only given up 5 earned runs in those innings. He'll go off to face 8-hole number 30, Cooper Fearer. He'll throw one in there for strike one, 1-1. Defiball. Oh, and it'll be... And it's just been that type of night there for the Tigers. Throw back to the pitcher. We'll get past Cunningham, and the Pioneers will get a run off it, and they now lead by 10. So Defiball was responsible for all 3 on the bags. An error will be ruled on that. Cunningham will get a big swing and a miss there. So Wittenberg just a lot of self-inflicted wounds here in this one, and Marietta has taken advantage of every single one. It's been a lot of walks and hit batters in this one from this Tiger staff. That'll be a strike 3. So Nick Cunningham comes in and strikes out 1. So finally the first out in this top of the 7th after the Pioneers get 2 runs before it. Now it'll be Cole Yeager to the plate. But this Marietta squad has taken advantage of every mistake so far from the Tigers, whether it's a walk, hit batter, whatever it may be. This Marietta squad has taken whenever there's been a chance for it. They've been able to capitalize on it, and they lead by 10 because of it. 3 errors so far for the Tigers. Here's the pitch. That'll go in there for strike 1. 1-1 count now. So Nick Cunningham comes in, strikes out a batter. Looking strong here in his second. 1-1 count, 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Runners on first and second. Here's the pitch from Cunningham. Just missed the bottom half of the zone. Ball 2.
Certainly the hardest throw we've seen today.
Yeah, he probably hits the one.
2 balls and a strike, plate to Yeager.
That'll be fired in for strike 2. So Cunningham comes in and strikes out the first batter. Now gets a 2-2 count. Looking to retire Yeager here. Cunningham coming in with a lot of zip. Takes a look back at second. Here's the pitch. A big breaking ball, strike 3. So he comes in and strikes out 2 batters. So Cunningham looking very impressive in his debut of this game. It's the reason he's been as impressive as he has been, and so far in this season he's got 13 strikeouts so far, 19 2/3. So now in his 20th inning pitched, he adds 2 more strikeouts to that tally. He'll face the top of the order now, and Bonizio. So Bonizio is going to come into the box now with a runner in scoring position. The pitch from Cunningham there will find the outside edge of the plate for strike 1. So 1-1 count now. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Cunningham. That'll be fired in for strike 2. So Cunningham coming in and trying to make quick work and go 3 straight batters and 3 straight outs. So now it's a 1-2 count now. Takes a look back at second base. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Strike 3, and he'll get him. So Cunningham comes in and strikes out 3 straight to limit the damage. And what an impressive display of pitches from Cunningham, though. But Pioneers able to strike for 2 there and extend their lead back to 10 here in the top of the 7th inning. So Marietta leads this one 15-5. Tigers up to bat right after this. So Cale Hill will step back out onto the bump for this Marietta squad. He's looked very impressive since coming in, holding the Tigers scoreless last inning after going 4 straight innings with putting up a run. He'll go up to face Matt Moore here in the bottom of the 7th. He'll fire and strike 1 here to Matt Moore. Tigers just looking for any signs of offense to end this game. As that'll find the outside edge for strike 2. Moore doesn't like the call. Now down in the count 0-2.
So 4 pitchers for the Pioneers, and we've been pretty much told even here in the press box that Cale's going to be our pitcher of record.
Yeah, so when you go with kind of a whole staff look with Push your score to make that decision.
So 0-2, Moore is able to battle off that one to stay alive here in the box. Looking to get a base runner on. Here's the pitch. That'll be low, ball 1.
Comes over, talks to it, smells
Yeah,
it.
really nice guy.
So 1-2 count now to Matt Moore. Here's the pitch from Hill. That'll be in the dirt.
Oh, is that all he's thrown? Wow.
So 2-2 count now to Matt Moore.
Don't forget, we'll make a 1-2.
He did have an RBI single earlier in this one,
See if we can get
which
somebody.
started to propel some momentum to the Wittenberg side, but since then, Marietta has taken a lot of control back, leading this game by 10. Here's the pitch, and that'll be a swing and a miss from Matt Moore. That'll be a strike 3 and a strikeout to Cale Hill's name, and that'll bring up Ben Seibert now.
Number 3, Ben Seibert.
And for Cale, was that his first strikeout? Or?
Yeah, it's a first strikeout record. Yeah.
So Cale Hill gets a strikeout to his name for tonight's contest. He'll go up against Seibert now. It'll be outside, ball 1.
Also, we'll name a Suga Reliable Performer of the game.
Ben Seibert, a big swing and a miss there. So 1-1 count now. Tigers just need any sort of base runner they can get now if they want any chance of battling back into this one, but they are running out of opportunities. Only 8 outs away from recording their first loss in 8 games. And they trail by 10 runs now here in the bottom of the 7th inning as Seibert goes down in the count 1-2.
Also brought to you by Chavez Well Service.
So well, the 1-2 pitch to Seibert will be a big breaking ball, and a foul tip will keep Seibert alive.
We gave it to Marzette on Saturday. And he knew. I stopped talking to him out of the parking lot. I said, what do I get for it? I said, you got a good mention on the radio. He told me.
So 1-2 pitch once again.
I've got another t-shirt in my closet.
Here's the pitch from Hill. It'll be another swing and a miss, strike 3. So Hill starts off this inning with 2 strikeouts. And now we've got 2 quick outs, and Michael Brunowski stepping up to the plate.
6, Michael Brunowski.
Back-to-back strikeouts for Cale. We're in the home half of the 7th. Pioneers on top 15-5. 5 runs in the first, 1 in the 4th.
So Michael Brunowski stepping up to the plate here with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Hill's first pitch will be high, ball 1.
I went right by the 7th inning stretch, but we'll do it at the end of this inning.
The 1-0 pitch to Brunowski will be skied high in the air. Ty Davis going to try to make a play on it, but that one will get out of play into the bleachers here down the first base line.
Cale gave choice.
So 1-1 count now to Brunowski. Hill looking very sharp in his game so far, striking out the first 2 in this inning.
One ball. Go ahead.
No, sir. Saturday at 1 o'clock. 4 o'clock. I don't have no. 4 o'clock is fine. Whenever it's first.
So the 1-1 pitch here to Brunowski. He'll get his sign. The wind up in the pitch. Be outside, ball 2.
Ball outside.
It could be 85 there, or it could be 20 in snow.
So 2-1 count now.
The 85 could feel like
Hill trying to retire Brunowski and go 1-2-3 and propel this Marietta team closer to their 14th victory of the season. Marietta ranked 19th currently in the nation, and they have showed it here tonight. A lot of very impressive offense and some pretty impressive bullpen work, and that'll go in there for a strike. Full count now.
yeah. Had the swinging doors going open.
We did.
Time for a payoff pitch.
Here's the 3-2 pitch.
Cale, called strike 3.
Will be called strike 3 right on the outside edge of the plate. Looked to be outside and low. Brunowski didn't like the call, and that one will retire the side. So Hill goes 1-2-3, 3 strikeouts just as Cunningham did in this one. But that'll be all for Cunningham. And this one is we'll get a new pitcher here at the top of the 8th. We'll be right back after this. So we are back here in the top of the 8th inning. Justin Kreller will be the new pitcher for the Tigers. His first appearance on the day, or on the year, sorry, excuse me. His first pitch will be a big, slow breaking ball in there. He'll go up against Alex Richter.
We got to see their ace for 3 batters, and he did a heck of a job. He punched him out 1, 2, 3. He got clear.
So here's Kreller's second pitch. The lefty will fire in the second ball of the at-bat. Kreller, first appearance, and a tough lineup to go about your first appearance. So he goes off against a hot-hitting Marietta team, and we've seen all of that tonight. So he'll be able to get a strike in there. 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Big breaking ball. That'll be ripped just foul. Good diving attempt there from O'Malley, but Richter able to sit on that slow breaking curveball. Just goes foul on that one. So Richter will step back into the box. 2-2 count now. The 2-2 pitch from Kreller. That'll be a big breaking ball outside. Full count now. Marietta showcased a lot of patience, discipline, and vision tonight at the plate. We've seen a lot of walks, which has led to a lot of runs for them. With their bats, you cannot afford to walk this team, but it's hard to throw it in the zone as they're able to take advantage of a lot of good pitches. That one to be lifted high in the foul ground. O'Malley will get under it for out 1. So that'll bring up number 4, Brett Carson. Brett Carson with the homer earlier in this game, and that was kind of the spark of the opening of this game for Marietta. It was a part of that 5-run 6th inning, excuse me. Since then, they've put up 4 more runs to the total. Wittenberg was able to battle back. A big, slow curveball there will produce a swing and a miss from Carson, but Wittenberg was able to battle back after going down 5-0 and make it a 6-4 ball game. And since then, they've been outscored 9-1. Another big curveball, and Carson will sit on that and rip that into right field for a single. So that'll bring up pinch hitter number 16, Ben Kaplan, will go in for Ty Davis. Ty Davis's night is over. So Ben Kaplan will come in, the junior catcher, replace the very impressive Ty Davis we saw. It's a very impressive play on both sides of the ball from Davis tonight. So Ben Kaplan will go in for Davis to pinch hit. He'll have Richter on first. The lefty will have to go against a left-handed Kreller. Kreller will fire in ball 1.
First pitch down low and in.
So 1-0 pitch.
Lead at first by Carson and the pitch away. 2-0.
Outside for ball 2, so 2-0 count. Now Richter standing at first. Wittenberg just trying to get out of this game now. Trailing by 10 runs. Seems to be an impossible mountain to climb against this Marietta squad as Griskovich will go out there and try to get on the same page as Kreller here.
Steps off the rubber. So how does that work? You get a number of times that you're allowed to do that as a pitcher?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know the answer to that. It's at the college level. I think it.
So Kreller will step back onto the bump here. Down on the count 2-0. Kaplan at the plate. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Big breaking ball, slow breaking ball will go outside, ball 3.
Floats outside. 3-0.
So 3-0 pitch now. Fire in a breaking ball for strike 1. Kaplan was taking that pitch all the way there.
3-1. Top of the 8th inning.
Here's the pitch. Breaking ball will be outside. Ball 4. So that'll bring up number 6, Trent Valentine now. Trent Valentine, the senior. Very impressive day. He's gotten a lot of action out there in right field. Showcased a lot of impressive defense. And then as the rest of this Pioneer lineup has showcased a very impressive bat as well. So he'll get into the box with runners on first and second. Only one out here to go up against Kreller. Here's the pitch. Another ball in the dirt.
Having more trouble with the strike zone now. He started out getting Richter to pop out in foul territory, but now has given up a single to Carson and a walk to Cass.
So the 1-0 pitch, I'll take a look back at Carson at second. There's the pitch. Low. Ball 2. He's opting for a lot of breaking balls here. Had slow, big breaking curveball, but has lost a little bit of that control here in the last couple of batters. So he goes down to the count 2-0.
Also in the same boat as Carson was
Here's the pitch. Again, not able to find the zone with the curveball. Goes down in the count 3-0 now.
We'll see those two, I'm sure, on the mound Saturday.
3-0 count now. Wittenberg will now be getting Kyle Mahan in the bullpen warming up as that one curveball in the dirt, ball 4. That'll load the bases up for number 8, Cole Riemann.
Number 8, Cole Riemann.
Cole Riemann with a big opportunity here. Bases loaded to add some statistics to his name as this game is wrapping up. Marietta looking to just extend their lead here and really make sure that there's no chance of a Tiger comeback. So 1 out here. Kreller's first pitch will be outside, ball 1. Kreller was able to get the first out and on the first batter he faced, but since then, a single by Carson and 2 walks to Kaplan and Valentine now loads the bases. So that one will be chopped to first. Tough play from O'Malley, but he'll be able to get out number 1. But Marietta will put another run on the board and extend their lead to 11 now, leading 16-5. And that'll bring up the freshman and probably the player of the game in most aspects, Austin Ambergy. Austin Ambergy 5 for 5 on the night, 6 RBIs with 2 more runners in scoring position. And he'll go up against Kreller. A lefty on lefty matchup once again. Here's the pitch, big breaking ball. Ambergy will sky that one high into shallow right field. A tough play from Seibert, and he'll run in, not able to make the catch.
Oh, no, never mind.
So, very unique play there. Seibert not able to get in on that shallow pop, but Ambergy gets the single and 2 RBIs to his name, but gets gunned down at second.
I know who threw that to the second baseman.
Seibert. Or not. Sorry. So Austin Ambergy adds another hit and 2 more RBIs to his name. He is 6 for 6 now with 8 RBIs.
2 runs scored.
And the Pioneers are able to extend their lead to 13 now, leading 18-5 in this one. We'll be right back after this.
9-1.
So Dylan Jackson coming back to the plate here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Just trying to find any sort of takeaways from this game, trying to bring some positives. He'll go up against Cale Hill as the Tigers now leading 18-5. Just a very dominating performance from Marietta from top to bottom. We saw the last 3-4 innings, Marietta has really imposed some very good pitching. Still in Jackson will ground one to second here.
It's pretty bad.
For out number 1. So that'll bring up pinch hitter Quentin Applegate here. But Marietta started off this game very strong. Austin Ambergy started off this game with a grand slam.
No, that's better.
Started off this game with a grand slam, and since then has been 6 for 6, 8 RBIs on the day to propel this Marietta squad to lead 18-5. So Cale Hill out for another inning of work, has been very sharp, very impressive fastball with a lot of zip and accuracy on it. Able to pinpoint his spots very well. We saw him strike out all 3 batters he played last inning. Gets a quick out here in the bottom of the 8th, and is now up in the count 0-2. So here's the pitch. That'll go in. Almost hit Applegate there.
1 ball, 2 strikes as Cale misses inside.
So Applegate getting his first at bat on the season here. Coach McGee just getting some experience now on the plate, and it's going to be a swing and a miss, and a strike 3 dropped ball will be thrown out at first. So Cale Hill will get his 4th strikeout of the day, and that'll bring up number 8, Ashton Newton.
Four of the last 5 batters he's faced, and he's retired 6 in a row.
Yeah, Ashton Newton coming to the plate now for the Tigers, another pinch hitter. I've seen Ashton Newton a good amount in the last couple games, mainly playing as a defensive role and a substitute on the defensive side of things. He's a very quick and athletic outfielder. We've seen a couple of athletic acrobatic diving plays from him to close out a couple games, but now getting a chance to bat here in the closing innings of this one. Wittenberg now only 4 outs away from taking their first loss in 8 games here. And Marietta looking to improve to 14-6 on the season and improve on their number 19 ranking in the season. So 2-1 count for Ashton Newton. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Hill. That'll be fired in just low for ball 3.
Cale just going about business, not batting practice pitching, but
So 3-1 pitch will be fouled back right up here by the press box now for a full count now, Full count here. 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Ashton Newton against Cale Hill. Here's the payoff pitch. Be a swing and a miss, and Cale Hill dominates once again in another inning of work. The senior from Marietta, Ohio, really imposing his dominance on this game as Marietta leads 18-5. We'll be right back for the top of the 9th inning. So we're here in the final inning of play. And this one, Marietta leading at 18-5. Kyle Mahan will step onto the mound here. Another arm thrown into action for the Tigers here tonight. A lot of pitchers being used. And he'll go up to face pinch hitter number 29, CJ Elias, the freshman outfielder. We'll get a chance here to bat as Mahan will put that one in the dirt for ball one. So 1-1 count now. So that pitch will be just high and outside. Ball two, so 2-1 count now to Elias. Mahan just trying to get some work in at the end of this game. Trailing by 13 runs, no pressure to go out there and throw anything perfect. Elias will send that one high into the air in center field. So that one will be caught for out number one. But it looks like Ashton Newton. So we need another pinch hitter. So we're starting to see a lot of these benches get some action here at the end of this game, as Gabe Torres will step up into the box now. Number 13, the junior from El Paso, Texas, will get a crack at Mahan.
And now in Yeager's spot, we'll get to see Gabe Torres. Torres, a relief pitcher, and, well, he is a pitcher. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't get a start before the year's over.
So Torres now stepping into the box. We'll see a strike from Mahan and a big swing and a miss from Torres.
Yeah, first pitch swung on and missed. Next one will bend the outside corner quickly over.
So Mahan coming in and finding a quick out, and now up in the count 0-2 against Torres. So 0-2 count now. Mahan will get his sign. The windup in the pitch. Big breaking ball will get fouled back. A good pitch there from Mahan and a good job from Torres to stay alive.
We'll foul one off here in the count 0-2.
Now here's the 0-2 pitch. That'll be swung on and missed. Applegate will pick that one up and throw it down to first to O'Malley. As now we're going to get the top of the order. Nick Bonizio back up to the plate. Bonizio has been very impressive.
And Bonizio is so aptly mentioned as
Pinch hitter on deck.
today and 3 RBIs, right?
Yeah, he's 4 for 5. Excuse me, 4 for 6.
So Bonizio coming in for another at-bat in this game. His 7th of the game now. So he'll look out and see ball one go, or ball two, excuse me.
2-0.
2-0 pitch is in there for a strike. 2-1 now. Mahan with 2 quick outs here and a strikeout. Looking strong here in the top of the 9th. It's 2-1 pitch. That one will be hit right to Dylan Jackson. Dylan Jackson with another acrobatic catch for out number 3. So Tigers have 3 more outs before the end of this game. They trail this one 18-5. We'll be right back after this. So we are back here in the bottom of the ninth inning. Wittenberg 3 outs away, from taking the loss in this one. It'll be number 29, Alex Pneumonitis, stepping to the plate to face new pitcher, Forrest Tavanis. Forrest Tavanis will send in strike one here. Pneumonitis has gotten a good amount of action here in the last couple games. So he'll take ball one. Pneumonitis in 6 at-bats, has 2 hits, or no hits on the year. He's been hit by 4 pitches, though, and has drawn 1 walk on the side, so he gets on base. And he'll now be up in the count 2-1. The 2-1 pitch from Havanis, and Pneumonitis will send a charge into this ball into left field, and that'll be a routine fly ball. Looked like it was hit a lot harder off the bat than it was. Went deep into the night sky, but this chilly, windy night will keep that ball in the park here. So now we'll have number 26, Josh Bobby, stepping to the plate. Bobby getting a little bit of action on the year. 17 at-bats, only 2 hits, couple of walks. So he'll take a big swing and a miss at that one. Mitch Macy, another pinch hitter in the on-deck circle. So 0-1 pitch will be down and inside for ball 1. Oh. The 1-1 pitch, Bobby will foul back, strike 2.
Jumping out ahead of the hitter's head. 0-2 the count on the batter, Connor Goff.
So that one will be low and outside for ball 2. Oh. So Bobby will sky that one high into the air. Will it stay in play? Kaplan will try to get to it, won't be able to. Foul ball. So 2-2 count still to Bobby.
So Floyd will get the loss for Wittenberg. We talked about Kale Hill will get the win.
This is Josh Bobby at the plate. I thought it was 28. It's 26.
So 2-2 count now. Will be just missed the zone for ball 3. So full count now to Bobby.
Yeah, he does. Real good looking pitcher.
Havanis now the full count pitch. That'll be high, ball 4. So Bobby will draw a walk here, and he'll stand at first with pinch hitter Mitch Macy coming to the plate.
Number 2, Mitch Macy.
Mitch Macy come to the plate.
So closing the book on Kale, 3 2/3.
25,
He
right?
struck out, I think, what'd you say, 4 of the last 6?
So Macy stepping into the box now. Only his 3rd at-bat of the season.
Really good pitching performance.
So that'll be fired in for a strike from Havanis. Bobby standing on first after the walk. Jansen will be in the on-deck circle. So 0-1 count now. Here's the pitch from Havanis. That'll be grounded to Havanis. It'll go off his glove. A tough play. Macy will try to get to first. He won't be able to. So Havanis able to recover and get the second out. Bobby will advance to second. So that'll bring up another pinch hitter, number 25, George Jansen.
Pinch hitting for Wittenberg, number 25, George Jansen.
Was patient, picked it up, turned, and if you could such thing as throw a rope that's 4 feet away, he did. And was able to get the runner by his steppage.
So Wittenberg down to their final out here in a 13-run ball game. Havanis trying to finish this one out for the Pioneers. Jansen will step to the plate. He'll see strike 1.
And it's just bringing the smoke. Next pitch on.
That one will be fouled back from Jansen. So Tigers down to their last strike and last out.
Gonna see if we can get Kale Hill and Austin Ambergy up here after the game.
So 0-2 count now. Havanis trying to finish this one out and give Marietta its 14th win of the season. The 0-2 pitch Jansen looked like he thought it was strike 3, but that one we called ball. So 1-2 count now. Jansen will be able to step back into the plate.